You're about to start your marriage, you said yes, and now you need to set the date. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're thinking of picking out a specific date, it is actually quite a significant decision to make, in the sense that you'll usually, in the euphoria of the moment, reach for your diary or calendar and look for a date that suits you. And then say, hey, why not this one? I like it, sounds good, it's a symbolic date. Let's look together at how to choose the right dates so that you have the guests at your wedding, so that you have the guests you want at your wedding. You want to choose a date because it's symbolic, because it's your anniversary, because it's the day you met, it's the ideal day because the weather's beautiful. And then you want a wedding without Ray. Watch out! There might be a few surprises. To start with, there are 3 criteria not to be overlooked, and which will help you avoid. Perhaps having a wedding with either very few people, or one that doesn't fit, or is older, or one that's going to cost you a lot of money. The first thing to check are the so-called sensitive dates, that's to say the summer holidays. There could be the local weather, there could be tourist seasons, other than the very height of summer or the middle of summer. There could be bank holidays. All these periods are considered sensitive in terms of their price. You'll almost certainly be renting accommodation at that time that'll be double the price since you'll be in high season. A busy weekend, a long weekend. Depending on the country, you'll see your price is double. Even accommodation, hotels. Small hotels, hostels, bed and breakfasts, all of these will sometimes, will certainly be fully booked. And then, generally, it can also put your guests off. Why? Because at that time, they might also have booked their long weekend for a family break, a relaxing weekend, or a trip away. When you've chosen a date, always check what else is happening around it. What's going on around it? The second criterion is to check the guests you absolutely must have present. It could be close family, so parents, brothers, sisters, uncles, friends. Make sure to check the current availability and the schedule of the guests you absolutely most want to have present at your wedding. If 50% of these guests tell you that on that date they're not available, because you know that Auntie Monique has decided to go away all those weekends on that date to Thailand. And you absolutely want Auntie Monique to come to your wedding, and then you have your cousin Gilbert who goes away all those weekends, the date you've chosen of course, and decides to go to Reunion Island. So there we go, you get the idea. If those guests can't make it to your wedding, then it might be time for you to look at another date. Shall I do the funny side? Meaning if you really want very, very few guests, then choose... I don't know if I can say that. But if you want very, very few guests and you know it's a very popular time, whether it's during the holidays or an Easter weekend, or that sort of thing, then yes, choose those dates of course. Ultimately, you choose whatever dates you want. It's just a quick mention of what might prompt you to choose a good date if, of course, you want to see all the guests at your table. The third important criterion is to choose the season that best aligns with your overall vision. There's a video I can provide a link for you to watch regarding the vision of what you need to do to start planning your wedding, or at least how to start your bugging. It should appear around here as a link at the bottom, at the top, appearing. I don't know how we'll do it, but it's about choosing really in line with what you've chosen for your wedding. If you've chosen a tropical theme, for example, to have a lower cost for the decoration, then in that case, choose a summer period instead. If, on the other hand, you've chosen a polar theme, then you might use the winter season, which will match better in terms of atmosphere, or again, the decoration, so that you have the least to provide in both seasons. Every season has its advantages and its disadvantages. It's up to you then to weigh the pros and cons and find the balance of what suits you. Be careful too about the locations, the venues you choose. If, for example, you're in the south of Italy, or in the south of Spain, and it's the middle of July, be careful too for the bride. I'll add a side note because the bride will be wearing makeup. So either you have a really good makeup artist who'll do waterproof, but that won't stop the heavy heat that will take over during the wedding ceremony. So be careful too about the venue you choose in relation to the forecast and what you can handle. Let's recap. First, check the dates that are sensitive. Public holidays, school holidays, winter holidays. Second, check the key guests you want to see at your wedding. Essential. And the third is choose the season that matches your vision. When you decide upon your date using a specific method, the whole process will be much clearer for you regarding the rest of your wedding preparations. Take 15 minutes this week to have a proper conversation about it with your partner. These are the various essential details to clarify for the rest of your wedding planning. Thank you for watching the video and I'll see you soon.